All right. We are back, and we are pleased to have in the studio tonight Miss Rivers and Miss Hector. There they are, right there. They're going to be talking about VI Link, Fashion Link VI. This is an event that's coming up here, and I also want to say too, on the phone we have Miss Rains, Miss Melody Rains. Let me just make sure that let me bring her in real quick here. Miss Rains, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm here. I can hear you.
Okay, great. We're getting ready to start right now. I just introduced you to the crowd. We're streaming out right now. Miss Rivers, I saw you on Facebook, and I just wanted to reach out with you. I saw this is a sort of a wonderful event that you're having here, and I just wanted to have you come on the show and talk about it. Let us know what it's all about and how you got started. Fashion, what is it all about, and give us some insight with the whole thing of fashion here.
Well, I'm humble and I appreciate your invitation and contacting me to join you tonight and live streaming in the VI.
Yes, I.
That's it.
Okay, my name is Anastasia Rivers. I'm the producer and executive director of FashionLinkV.I Fashion Weekend. It's a plus size fashion event that is hosted in the Virgin Island. This is our second year coming up. The first year was on St. Croix, and our next year, this Fashion Link VI 2015 will be on St. Croix and St. Thomas. This is my daughter, Mwatia Hector. She's a police officer plus a model for Fashion Link VI.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
All right.
I'm proud to have my daughter, and I'm a retired police officer, and I'm glad that she decided to be a police. But she chose this profession for me, actually, when she was 11 years old. And now I'm retired 8 years, and she has 1.5 years to retire. So we're safe. We're in the family. It's all in the family. My other half, he's a retired police. My granddaughter, Kisora, her dad is a police. So it's a family affair and a trustworthy event because we got law enforcement involved in this. So if you can't trust the police, who you don't trust?
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
So now I'm going to tell you a little bit why I started Fashion Link VI.
Yes.
Because I have a website, a clothing line, the first licensed clothing line in the Virgin Island. The name of it is Kisora's Fashion, named after my beautiful granddaughter Kisora, and the name means
Pretty child, pretty baby.
Pretty child, pretty baby.
so.
Nice.
Some interpret it as pretty lady, some say that, but all in all, it's beauty.
Yes.
And I decided to name my business after Kisora because I wanted a name that's going to keep me motivated, that I don't give up when it's hard, when times get hard, because I know it's going to have difficult times. I had 2 other business and I gave up, but this time I said, not this time. It's named after my granddaughter, and I'm going to keep pushing.
Right.
So the clothing line is for plus size. After retiring, I decided to keep myself busy, and I started, and knowing that I'm plus size myself, I wanted to get clothes that will fit me and my daughter, and fashionable and choices. So that's why I came up with Kisora Fashion. Later on, I found out that I couldn't get a license for the area where I was, and they told me the only license I could get was a website license. So didn't know about website, but I got into it anyway.
Right.
And my kids, they always overwhelmed with what I do, but I try my best to keep it going. I'm not that good in computer, but I'm learning, and it's a good experience. So anyway, in order to get models for my website and more design for my website, I decided to create an event where I could expand in the Virgin Island and abroad to get models for my website. My daughter, being a beautiful person, a beautiful lady, and plus size like myself, she models and a few other models on St. Croix, but it wasn't enough. So I said, let me reach out and go out to the mainland and get some models. I decided to do a video casting, but I was advised that it would be best to do a live casting. So I did the live casting last year. We had models come down, and we had Fashion Link VI on St. Croix for the first year. My daughter, she could share the experience what she had with the show.
It was, to me, it was a groundbreaking experience. We had models from Atlanta, if I understand, California, that Florida, They came down and experienced the island.
Okay.
They was amazed with our island. They were amazed with the atmosphere, and we had also we had makeup artists that came down, and we shared the experience of fashion. Also, experience our island. It was something to put both into together.
Right.
So I enjoyed modeling with these ladies. The experience, I just started out myself, but the experience with these ladies who are professional models with us, it was really enjoyable. And those who came out enjoyed the show. It was very, very. It was a stylish. It was really something that a lot of people missed out when they didn't come out
Okay.
to see it. It was an awesome show.
So let me ask you this, Anastasia. How many models do you have locally working with you now?
Well, we had at the show only 2 models came from the States, really. The rest was we had 12 total, and 2 came from the States. The others were from St. Thomas and St. Croix.
Okay.
But I wanted to get our models to get that experience
Yes.
of seeing the runway from professional models and plus size. And the idea of this is a movement to give self-esteem to the plus size community, because we have a lot of ladies that are voluptuous, but somehow they feel because they're not slim, they don't feel comfortable with themselves. I am not slim, and I'm very comfortable with how I am.
Right.
And I make sure I dress appropriate for my size, but I'm not ashamed, and I'm not going to cover it either. So I wanted to have this show to help get the models, because in the beginning I couldn't get a plus size model to model for my show, so I had to end up getting smaller models to introduce Kisora fashion.
Right.
And I eventually get some that wanted to do it, and it took off. So all this wasn't planned. It was just to have a little. I closed up my garage and made a store downstairs, and found out I couldn't get a license to have it there. I didn't have a plan for this, but everything fell in place, and I didn't run from it. I just followed it through. And then we end up having the models come down. We had casting. I had a magazine that I met online, and an online magazine, and they hooked me up with a PR, and it got out there.
Okay.
So they did the casting in California
Right.
and New York, but this time I'm doing it. I did some casting. I decided to do casting online now, because my experience with the live casting, my last casting, was not a good experience.
Okay.
And I won't elaborate on that.
Right.
But all I could tell you is I appeared unannounced, and it was like catching somebody with the pants down, and I refused to pay for the dress.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to say about that.
right.
Okay.
Okay, and so right now my name is Mud because I did that, but I'm still moving on, and I appreciate though the magazine, and I want to say Pose magazine, I gonna always appreciate the opportunity I had, because they cover my event for 2 years.
Okay.
So 2 years in a row, and Sabrina Coleman was my PR, and she taught me a lot. I just watched what she was doing, and I learned a lot from her, and I must take my hat off and thank her for that experience. And because of that, I'm able to do this myself, and I have my PR now is my schoolmate. My schoolmate is Melody Rames from high school. She is also the Virgin Island Police Department PR, and she worked for the different newspaper here and the VI source. I don't know if she's online.
Yeah, she's still
now,
she's still
but
online.
that's our PR right now.
Good night, Miss Rames. How are you?
Hello?
Good night, Miss Rames. How are you tonight? This is Soup.
Yeah, hello. Listen, I need to tell you guys, this is a great experience. I'm here watching you on my iPad. And ladies, you look wonderful. And guys, you look pretty good too.
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you, Miss Rames.
So let me ask you. So you were saying that so you have this show coming up this November, but you had one last year as well.
Last year, May. This show in November. This is a fundraiser for. I'm going to explain what it is. It's the name of it is FashionLinkV.I for a cause. Before it was FashionLinkV.I expose competition. But one of my regulars that come to all my events she didn't show up to my show in May. And she told me the reason why she took her granddaughter to the States to get surgery. You know, her granddaughter, I never met her, but she had born with a birth defect where it's where you have a cleft in the lip, but her whole face was a cleft. So they had to do constructive surgery to create a nose for her to breathe, and she don't have any eyelash, so she sleeps with her eyes open, eyelid.
Yes.
You know, so she sleeps with her eyes open. I don't know the right medical term for it, but it's really, really bad. You know, so she's gonna need surgery in June. So
Okay.
I got sick, so I couldn't do the event in August as planned, but I decided to put it in for November, and we are on for it. So it's partially a fundraiser for FashionLinkV.I, and some of the proceeds will go to Sanaya. We call her Princess Sanaya, but
Yes.
it's Sanaya Thomas. She's 2 years old.
Okay.
So this is going to be the 23rd at the Sunshine Mall from 12. It's a Sunday, and November 23rd from 12 until 6. It's going to open with Sanaya singing a song.
Okay.
And it's Jesus Loved the Little Children. That's what she's going to
Yes.
sing.
Okay.
And we're going to have a gospel song by Janet Rouse, you know, one of those long ago singers. And we have a church that's going to do those Panama. That's not the word, but I don't want to sit around him, but they're going to do a performance with a dance group. Then we're going to have everybody is donating this time. We have Cooley Band going to be playing. That band played for my event in May, and they back up Leon Robinson.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
and he practiced with them in La Valley. So
Okay.
they got into it, and they appreciate that. So they're playing for me free of charge. We got the PAL band. From the name of the band is Mind, Body, and Soul. And we got Mother Nile is going to be performing. Mighty Pat. So we're going to have our live casting for VI, because I'm here. I'm going to do the live casting myself
Right.
and see how everything runs smoothly. And we also going to have some of our plus size models. So we're going to have male model this time. We added male model. The difference for last year, we only had one, just models for plus size female. And we had the event with, tell them how they went from the press reception all the way up. I'm doing all the talking.
But you got Miss Rames. Is there anything you wanted her to say or to
Yeah, Miss Rames said she could. Well, you know, she's just coming on now as my PR. We had spoke about it before, but she was tied up with her job, so she got a little more time to help me now. So she's doing the PR, and matter of fact, she hosts one of the show at the event, and she's very good at it. And being that we're friends, I feel like to trust her, and she knows me. She know we clicked together all these years.
Right.
And she know Tia from time Tia was a baby, so we stay friends this time. This is the best person to work for me and help me. So Melody could chime in and say how she felt about the event last May.
Stacy, guys, and everybody who's listening, what I find sometimes about St. Croix is when a new thing is introduced, something outside of the box, that people are not that much knowledgeable about, that they maybe hear about in the States, but has never been done before in St. Croix. People kind of like sit back and wait and see how it's going to go. But as Stacy said, the show in May was revolutionary. It was groundbreaking. It was awesome. You had all of these plus-size models, and you also had designers. And I learned that we have a lot of young ladies, a lot of ladies who are in the States who are from the Virgin Islands and who are really making it big as designers in the States.
Right.
I'm sorry. As designers in the States. And they're very big and very known. And however, they're not that well known here in the Virgin Islands. And Stacey has opened up an avenue for these designers who are, from the Virgin Islands to actually come back to the Virgin Islands and show their fashions, which are Virgin Islands inspired. And because they're Virgin Islands inspired, that is why their fashions are taking off in the States. So we're just bringing them back. So you had designers from the States. You had some the models that were from here and from away. You also had workshops in makeup and fashion and hair and skincare. It was a 3-day weekend, which was entertaining and also gave a lot of information. So I'm just urging everyone out there who did not make it last year to come this time when we have the next one in November, and also everyone who did make the show to pass it along to your friends and say this is something that is valuable, and especially since part of it is going to Princess Sanai, you're also doing a valuable service to your community and to this little girl who needs your help so badly. Stacy is a person who just continues pushing all the time, no matter what type of obstacles are in her way.
Right.
And this is a thing that we need to look at as women, as independent women, independent in a way that we want to be able to have our own businesses, to make our own money so that we could help our family, we could help our children, we could help our spouses, we could help our extended family, we could build wealth in our community and also in our family, and also stand as a role model to other people, which Anastasia is, to show that, listen, life knocks you down sometimes, but you need to make lemonade from lemons, and you need to trust in God and trust in your purpose in life. Because when you're working at something that makes you happy, that is where you are supposed to be in life. You're not supposed to be out there working, and it's a miserable way of life. You need to find your own niche, and Stacey has showed us how we can find our own niche. And there's a lot of women around the world and around in the Virgin Islands who are finding their own niche and are succeeding. So we all have to work together. So again, I'm just really pushing out that FashionLinkV.I. When you see it on Facebook, like the page, give Stacey that encouragement that is good to move forward. She doesn't. It's not something that she needs because she has this burning desire inside of her, but she wants to know also that the community is accepting of her. So I think that all of us should really try to just stand beside Stacey and any other businesswoman who is out there trying to do what she needs to do and to follow in those footsteps.
All right.
Thank you, Melody. It's people like
Thank you, Ms. Rames.
motivated.
Say again?
I said people like Melody keep me motivated. My kids, when I do stuff and my daughter look at me like, oh my, it just encouraged me to continue, and because I like it. And sometimes the same obstacle she talk about, it somehow give me energy. When I meet up with certain obstacle, I want to. It's like putting fire in my my coal.
Yes.
It just ignites and flame and give me more energy to find another way. And because I pray a lot and I trust in God, I always pray and He always answer my prayers. So the obstacles are there to learn from and to overcome. I'm 60 years old. I'm proud. Nobody is too old to start a new event or new project, and you're never too young. Because when I was a young girl, I wanted to have a nightclub, and I drew it out. I wanted to be a doctor, but they said how long I have to go, and I ended up coming to police. I opened a nightclub. I did have one, and it didn't last long, but I experienced it. I love entertaining. I opened a restaurant. That didn't work, but now I got this burning inside of me. I love fashion because my mom was a designer. Mm-hmm. She designed back in the 60s for everybody in the neighborhood, and we always had the best outfits. She's always made our clothes last when everybody else had it, so we never had anything duplicated. So I always love the fashion, and my granddaughter, she's loving it, and what better than to name it after her. She's 16 now, but she's enjoying helping in the back when we getting everybody. She keeps everybody grounded. Okay. As young as she is, she keep you calm, you're flustered, and she keep you grounded. And if she's watching, I thank you, kiss her, I love you. My kissy-licious.
Yeah, she's my helper anytime I do shows. She's the one who helps me behind the stage.
Okay.
And I don't want anyone better than her to help me.
So this is like a high energy kind of fashion show, runway, the whole 9 yards, the music's going and everything.
Yes.
Okay.
It is. We go behind the stage and we flip and we get back out there and we strut our stuff again.
Okay.
Let me ask y'all ladies this. I know you're making clothes for ladies, but are they in the near future making clothes for men also?
Well, I myself don't make it, and I got designers from the States that I use as vendors, and I'm getting some male models because the men, I had clothes for men, but they weren't buying. But now men are approaching me again, and I decided to have the fashion show and include men. So the men going to be at the casting on November 23rd. They're coming down to the end, we're going to have like a fashion show because we have different vendors all around. We have vendors with different areas, and we're going to have the models come down and rip the runway.
Okay.
The male and the female. So if they continue, that will encourage me to do that, to get more fashion for men. We have designers in the States that we're negotiating with right now. One that was here to the show last year. So what some of the designers that came, we decided to use, give them an option of providing fashion for my website. And that's one of the things that came out good with having the designer. And I use Monif C. That's a big time plus size clothing line. And I'm getting some more even from Canada. And I got models coming in from Canada. I got models coming in from the New York. I got models coming in from Orlando and South Carolina. But right now I'm not going to announce all of them. But with the last casting that I had some was online and some was live.
Okay.
And we have two was so good. I didn't know which one to choose. And since one was from New York itself, I did pick the one from New York and the other one from South Carolina. So that was the tiebreaker because it was the hardest thing to do. I didn't know, both of them was really nice. And the best part is I was able to interview them on the phone. You get that feel of that person and get a one-on-one. I know a lot of people that have events wouldn't have time to do that. But I'm small in the business, so I could have time to get that personal touch and get that feel of the person. Because I do not, and I say it again, I do not want no diva attitude.
Okay.
You be a diva, but don't have the diva attitude.
Right. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Because beauty
comes from within.
Yes.
Exactly. You got it.
So, do you deal with any designers locally?
Yes, I had a local designer that I put it out there and I asked designers to come, but some that are in the business very long, they feel like they're too above that. That's how
You're too small for them.
Yes. So they don't have to prove nothing, or whatever. But I had one young designer that came. Her name is Renoir Paris. She came and she was on the runway. So the whole idea was to use local designers, but they won't register. So I had to reach out.
Gotcha.
And I didn't want to stop there. I tried to get local models, but I want them to get a feel of that international feel. That's why I was reaching out to models in the States. But eventually I'm going to stay within my circle, my Caribbean island. Okay. Because out there is a big world and I'm a little fish. And I don't want to be eaten by the sharks. So I just wanted to reach out and get the experience, but eventually I'm going to stay within the Caribbean. I have reaching out to Dominica, St. Lucia, Jamaica. Matter of fact, the model from Canada is from Jamaica. She just living there 3 years. But my whole thing is to find more Caribbean-based designers, if possible. Like Monif C, her mother is from Barbados, so that attracts me. Okay. The other girl from Florida, her parents are from St. Thomas. The other designer, she's originally from here, but she lives in the States. So when I'm not limiting it to that, but when I hear they have some kind of island background, that
draws you
to them.
Because I said we are, even though the island's small, we have big heart, a lot of talent.
Yes, definitely.
So we just want to show it. So eventually, not that I'm leaving out the stateside models, but I'm going to put the live casting out there and not go to any particular state. It's open and anybody could register for next year casting. You know what I'm saying? So if they register online, that the FashionLinkV.I is the name of the event, but the design search FashionLinkV.I, the initial FashionLinkV.I. at gmail.com.
Okay. So what you tell the designers to just make certain types of clothes? I mean, I know they're plus size, but do they make tops and bottoms or swimsuits and casual wear and that kind of stuff?
Well, we have different categories. The last one was for the preview. They had to show just some of the previews, and we had local clothing line, local business that Tia could tell you the places that she went.
Yeah, we modeled from local stores. Joanna Banana was one local store. Also, Tribal Treads.
Okay.
Okay.
The owner of the store is always very helpful. Anytime we have shows, she's always willing to assist. We modeled from her store also. We modeled from the Sakuri. And also the hats, the one in town, Fredericksburg. We did a
Arch Boutique.
Arch Boutique. We did shoes. We modeled
and
hats from her. And that was another local store we modeled from. So we was highlighting the local stores and see what show that what fashionable clothes that they had. And then we also, of course, the next day was the main event where we modeled from the designers, the local designers, and one abroad from abroad.
Okay. Okay.
We had different categories that we set up.
Okay.
So, say for the main event, they had to show different categories. So we set the categories. This last one was different categories, but the end was swimsuit.
Okay.
Yes, we did
Okay.
the
Yes.
swimsuits.
But
Okay.
this time, how we're gonna have it is, a matter of fact, when we go back, we also had an opening for local photographers so that they could be a part of the event. Local makeup artists and local hairstylists. Again, I had to reach out to the States and get makeup artists and hairstylists because our hairstylists and makeup artists cut in style. So other than that,
They're doing what now? They're cutting
cutting
style.
style. And I leave that to the seamstress,
I'm just making fun of what you say. I know exactly what you mean when you say it. I'm just making fun that you said that.
So I hope that they don't cut style now this time because we're gonna be open. We're still open for them to join us because May is a while away, but I'm starting early. So I would love to have some of our local to come on and show their talent, hairstylists, makeup artists. You know what I did too? I got some of the students from the educational complex.
Okay.
Cosmetology students.
Right.
Okay.
I took a hairstylist that came from Denver. He is he's awesome.
He's an instructor there? He's a teacher?
No, he came down from
Denver.
Denver, hairstylist. We
Okay.
brought him in.
Okay,
So
okay.
we took him to the complex to do a demonstration to the kids.
Okay.
And then we brought the kids to the show and they worked the back with him and they
Oh.
get the feel of
Yeah.
how
Okay.
it is to get the hair and makeup.
Yes.
Right.
And that's got to be done quickly too.
Yes.
So I guess there's
So-
some techniques to that.
It was great.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we also had Patricia. She's a makeup artist. She is such a sweetheart, and she can. I mean, she
She
could
show you tips and tricks.
tips to to highlight your face, not overdone,
Yes.
but to make it very natural.
Okay.
She also give good tips to the students. They enjoyed. All the students enjoyed her. She have a great personality. Also, when she work on your face, her hands is so gentle and nice.
Okay.
Thanks,
And
Patricia.
yes, I love her, and her work is very. And I always keep in contact with her. She still keep contact with us on Facebook, and she did a great job, and she helped the students out, and a lot of them was really encouraged by her.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if anybody know, Patricia Cameron is her name, and then we had Ed Gillespie. He's a hairstylist from Denver. We brought him in, and
Okay.
let me tell you, the things he do with her hair, and it's really good. So I would like for our local hairdressers to be a part of this. So when we bring anybody in, they see what we have.
Yeah.
And it's a shame that I have to reach out.
Yes.
And then when I reach out there, the
To get
experience,
vexed.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
we have a lot of talented hairstylists here.
very much
I
so.
mean, you need to come out. I mean, it's not about competing with each other. It's about showing and sharing what knowledge you have
Right.
with each other.
they
It's
should-
not about competing.
They should have confidence in themselves that they're good enough to come out and
And be amongst
do hair,
other
do
fellows.
makeup,
Right.
Yes.
and whatnot. We're having a
Counterparts.
workshop coming up this the November 23rd. Is we have free vendor spot. All the vendors had to do was sell some raffle tickets for and is their first prize is a scenic dinner for two with limousine service.
Oh,
I have a
okay.
business coming up that where we're gonna different locations. We could do your dinner to your home, on the beach, any place that we have certain sites. So my son, since I'm doing things with my girls, I have another daughter. She's a major in the guards, and she's a model as well, Aisha Rivers, and my son David Rivers. So I wanted to do something with my son. And he's into hospitality. He learned that from the restaurant I had. He used to manage it. So we're gonna do this together. So that's why I wanted to give the first prize so that people could.
See, this is what keeps my mom young. She keeps chucking.
So the raffle, thank you, baby. I tell her to say that before we. So the raffle. So I got the place from Sunshine for free, and I thank Sunshine Mall for allowing us to use the space downstairs. So since I am not spending for it, I'm giving the vendors the spot for free. All I'm asking that they sell some raffle tickets. So we got some out there selling raffle tickets, and some, because we have so much raffles going on, it's hard, but it's $2 a chance or $20 a book. $2 for each ticket, $20 a book, and you can call me 340-643-1583 if you want to buy some tickets, or if you want to sponsor the event. We'll appreciate it, because it's going to help Sinai and it's going to help FashionLinkV.I, because I really want to promote fashion tourism in the Virgin Islands. You got sports, you got all these things, but ain't everybody is athletically inclined. And we got a lot of talented young people taking up cosmetology in school, taking up sewing in school, and all of that. And what are they going to do with that skill after? So here it is. They're starting them there. We got this going, and you're bringing in people to show them, but they end up, some of them graduate from high school and they're not doing anything. Some join the National Guard because they can't get a job. But they love the industry, and that is why they join. But you have to have something for the young people to do, and I have a weakness when it comes to young people. My children used to always say to me, when I say my kids, they always ask me, which kids you're talking about, your real kids or your other kids? So I have a weakness when it comes for kids. And that's where Sinai, she's a sweetheart. If they meet her, they're going to love her. Like I said, she very good spirit. Yes. Her grandmother have her in everything. She sings, she dances with the music in motion, and she's in the majorettes. So here it is, some of us feeling sorry for ourselves, and this little girl can't close her eyes to sleep. And she's doing all these things.
Ms. Williams is still on the phone. Ms. Williams, anything else you wanted to contribute?
Melody, I love you. Thank you.
To add in? Are you going to be a part of the show too, Ms. Williams?
I'm definitely going to be a part of the show. Definitely. I just want to, again, put out a call to the local designers, to the local hairdressers and local makeup artists. I think that we need to, here in the Virgin Islands, we need to get a more international mindset. We're on a small island, but we can't have a small island mentality. There's so many ways, especially with the internet, like what you guys are doing. People all over the world are seeing you.
That's right.
You could have kept your mind to a local station and say, okay, we're going to be here locally, we're going to do this locally, but you went outside of the box and you went on the internet, like you said, from an undisclosed location and the other things there. But these are the things that you can do. You don't need to have don't need to limit yourself from here. And with the international exposure that FashionLinkV.I gives, you never know where the contacts you will meet when you become involved in this activity will take you. Because, eventually you may move from the island and then you say, oh, well, I met this person and they were in this state, and they don't even have to be in the same state, because people in the States, when they have businesses, they travel all over the place. There's shows and exposés and things like that, and there's big shows that people go to every single year, so they're hopping from one state to another. So you can make contacts here that could actually just boost your business and boost this thing that you love so much. So really, local designers and hairdressers, makeup artists, please come out and join in and be with us at FashionLinkV.I. It will promote your business. It will enhance FashionLinkV.I, but it will promote your business by what you do when you get there and how you work your business.
Another thing event that we have in May. It's going to be from May 21st to May 24th. And we're living up to our name, FashionLinkV.I. We're going to join St. Thomas. We're linking the Virgin Islands together using plus-size fashion as a conduit.
Yes.
Okay.
And so we're going to do 2 days on St. Croix, which will be the preview and first the press reception, which will be the 21st, and the preview on the 22nd. The main event in St. Thomas on the 23rd. And the 24th, we're going to have a brunch and a Sunday best fashion show. And to the end, we're going to have a splash of gold sunset boat ride after party. So we're going to be jamming on the Tiki with a band. But
Yes,
I ain't going
sir.
to tell you everything yet.
Okay.
You got to check my Facebook to get the rest. FashionLinkV.I Fashion Weekend. So we got it coming. So we're still working on finalizing some details with our celebrities or our performers, but we keeping it Caribbean this time. We got a
Okay.
lot of local talents here.
Okay.
Yes.
You know,
Okay.
I can just give one sneak peek. I don't want to say, but it's all local St. Croix, St. Thomas, and the BVI welcome too. And it's all in one FashionLinkV.I family.
Right.
So I want we're gonna have a casting in St. Croix that same day, the live casting. We're gonna have a live casting in St. Thomas because I'm gonna fly over there. I'll be there to it, so I'll see what's going on.
Okay.
And
First hand.
yes, and there'll be no shenanigans, and then we'll be able to get it going. So all of this is to, like I said, I reach out to other Caribbean islands. So this is where we're doing it now. We keep it within the family.
Yes.
And also talking about family, Emerge magazine will be covering my event this year. It's not new, but just like Historical Fashion is not really new, but it's been dormant for a while, and I'm trying to bring it back up. Well, Emerge is emerging.
Okay.
So her name is Tiffany Boyle, and I know she's my cousin. We have never met, but we communicate.
Okay.
You know,
Okay. So
so-
mystic life is right.
you understand? And I
Yes.
met her through my cousin here, who is managing Sunshine Mall, the coordinator of getting the spot downstairs. If you want to have
Downstairs,
an event.
yeah.
Her name is Shelly Brain. Thank you, Shelly, if you're watching. Love you.
Okay.
And so she connect me with Tiffany Boyle. So she's gonna do the event. And a matter of fact, in January, she put an article out on our event. So what better than having a
Yes.
cousin, the CEO for the magazine.
Okay.
So we're gonna grow together, and we're gonna make our own brand.
Okay.
All right.
Understand?
Okay.
And it's a Caribbean family.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
so we're gonna reach out there to anybody that want to come. I'm not limiting it to Caribbean, but once we put out requesting a model casting, anybody is open to. But it's gonna be here.
Okay.
And we're not gonna go up to the States to do any live casting anymore. It's
Yeah.
gonna be
Big
online.
line.
So anybody, because you know, the difference with the live casting, it could be convenient for some people that have an event because you have people that does that for a living,
Right.
and they do the casting and pick out the best and what have you. But then, if you're online, people don't have to travel from all over. They have the job, and a lot of people that are good models don't have the opportunity to do that.
Right.
Okay.
So here it is, anybody. You don't have to be in one location. Like I had it in LA. I'm not going to do LA. I'm going to do California.
Okay. I got
You
you.
got people in Sacramento,
San Bernardino.
Exactly. So
LA,
exactly.
Beach.
So I'm not limiting for one area. And with Emerge, it's not it's about plus. It's about business people promoting businesses and whatnot. So it's not just limited to plus size.
Okay.
So it's out there.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
I appreciate the plus size community because I'm plus, and I could get the plus size model, but I never name it FashionLinkV.I plus size for a reason,
Okay.
because I don't want to limit myself.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay, but I'm saying it's a fashion plus size curvy fashion event, but I could always expand it.
Okay. So let me ask you, what does it take to be a good model? I mean, you're in this field and fashion. What does it take to be a good model? I mean, you look at some candidates, and
Well, it's
yes,
what-
no, I like her, I don't like her. I mean, what's the criteria?
Exactly, it's what the organizer is looking for.
Okay.
Because one young lady that didn't make the casting, I told her, apparently somebody told her that how she should come. But I tell her the best thing she should do is research online. I'm not discouraging them from paying any workshop, but if they go and research online and see the different areas what people look for a model. So for instance, they go and look for model casting. They're going to find model casting and it'll tell you what different categories or what the different people, the different areas they could be, so they could get themselves ready for anything.
Okay.
And I might look for one thing. Some people look for people that smile. Some people look for people that serious or short, tall, whatever. But the whole thing is personality. Personality and
some of the biggest things, if I may interject,
Sure,
some of the biggest things when you're looking at models is number one, they're confident. For them to be confident in their own self, like Stacy said, to be ready for anything. Okay,
Right.
you're gonna wear this out. You know, it's not that, oh, I don't like this outfit. This outfit shows this, or this outfit doesn't show this. You wear it because that is what the designer has for you to wear. So you need to be confident in yourself and be able to just get out there. And personality, again, like Stacy said, has a lot to do with it. If you're easy to work with, people want to work with you. If you, and like Stacy said, again, I keep going back to her. No diva. What do we say? We don't want to have that diva attitude. We want to have people down to earth. People that can, communicate with everybody, can be in line with everybody. Because when you have a lot of women all together in one room, you want to be able to have all of these women to be able to get along together. And so you have to have that personality. But I also want to say that Stacy is a very generous person, and as you're considering local models, local hairdressers and makeup artists, consider that Stacy is giving you an opportunity to promote your business.
Yes.
When you come and tell her what it is that you want, what is your goals? You want to promote your business locally. You want to promote your business outside of the territory. Tell her, and then she'll be able to see how that fits into what she is doing. Because for myself, I actually have a makeup line. And
right.
I came on and I said in the beginning, I said, you ladies are looking gorgeous. And I have to tell you that they are wearing my makeup line, which is unique. That's the name of the makeup line. It's actually a makeup line that is worldwide right now. It's only 2 years old. But this company is growing by leaps and bounds. It already has $300 million in sales in 2 years. Last year we did $273 million. We have presenters in New Zealand, Australia, in the United States. We just opened up the UK, and I actually brought this makeup line to the Virgin Islands, and we have a team of presenters here. The one thing about this makeup line is that it's natural based,
right?
And even people with immune problems. I'm talking about women who are going through cancer treatments and things like that. They find that they can't wear the regular makeup because it irritates their skin, but our natural-based products do not irritate their skin. And, of course, when you're going through things like that and you're going through cancer and chemotherapy and things like that, as women, we need to feel good about ourselves. And sometimes that translates to putting on some makeup, putting on some eyeliner, some lipstick, mascara, and it gives you a lift. So I'm really happy to be part of this company, and our biggest seller is the 3D Fiber Lash Mascara, which again is a natural-based mascara. This mascara actually thickens and lengthens your own natural lashes, no matter how short they are. You say, well, I don't have any lashes. But it thickens and lengthens your own natural lashes using green tea fibers, collagen, and natural black pigment. So if anybody wants to check me out on my Facebook page. It's Melody Rains. I also have a Facebook biz page, which is called Mellow Lashes in 3D. So check me out on Facebook and hook me up. And Stacy has allowed me to promote my makeup line there, and also you'll be able to see demos and also purchase products. Thank you, Stacy.
A matter of fact, she was supposed to be here, but she got sick because she was going to do a little demonstration.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
And she did a workshop. She did a workshop to my event as well.
Okay.
And she told me about it when it first came, but I was too busy with my event that I couldn't help her.
Okay.
And I don't wear makeup too much.
Okay.
I put it on and I'm not sweating like I normally do, so it's really good.
Okay.
Normally when I put on makeup, it runs like mud.
Okay.
But this one is really good.
Yeah.
So I would recommend it. I wouldn't say it if it wasn't true.
Right.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
And Melody forget to say she was a model and she was on magazine and all of that. She was a professional model, so you know.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I wanted to ask you a little bit about the little girl.
Okay.
So she I guess was born this way.
Yes, she was born in St. Thomas actually.
Okay. Okay.
When her parents are living in St. Thomas, mom and dad. Her son mother is who she lives with here, which is her grandmother.
Okay. Okay.
And she's taking care of her. And sometimes I think she forgets it's her grandchild. She said my baby, and you know, and it's the bond she have with that child and the care that she's taking with her, you know.
Right.
Okay.
So she makes sure she have an evening job to be home with her in the day.
Yes.
And then her other son is home with her in the evening.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
And she's helping out. And she didn't ask me. I saw the post, and she told me why she wasn't here for my event. And I say, you know, I want to help that little girl.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it hear me, but what really is so good about it? She's so.
Physically you see it, but the way she acts, she doesn't display it.
Yes. Yes.
She doesn't display it because she has
Wow.
so much energy. That for a 2-year-old, she just has so much energy.
Oh,
and
she's 2?
She's
Yeah.
2.
Yeah, she looks a little bigger than 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's 2.
She's
Okay.
2, and
Yes.
she has a lot of energy, and she's positive.
Okay.
I know, and that helped with her grandmother is what instilling that. In
Okay.
her.
She said she's getting on everything, anything, find out what she really likes.
Yes.
And then take it from there. But she wants to do everything. She doesn't play with dolls. She wants computer.
Okay.
So, Ms. Rivers, let me ask you: the fact that she can't sleep with her eyes closed, she have to sleep within a confined space.
Well, what she does is, and she have problem because she cries to sleep, and when she's sleeping at night, that's her worst time because she sleeps on her face to like cover her eyes.
Cover her eyes.
Okay.
And then she stifle herself, so she get up crying.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, I get kind of
Emotional. Yes.
Emotional
yes,
about it, yeah.
yes.
yeah. So I want to help her.
Yes.
If I make $100, she getting 50.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And that's just it. And her grandmother is just fantastic. How she, you know, making sure she build her self-esteem. But so now I need a chance, just like every other child, to live a regular, normal life,
normal life, yeah.
and not have people staring at her.
Yes.
You know, fix her face as much as possible. And she's due for surgery, like I say, in June.
Right.
And we want to help her. And we asking
This will be
anybody.
her first surgery, her first major surgery.
No, she. If you see the pictures, her face was almost gone with it open, like
Okay.
you know. So they had to close it, and she had about 4 already.
Okay.
So every-
Done here?
No, in the States.
That's just okay.
So
okay.
she has to get it done, and as she grow, they have to
Keep
You're adjusting it,
Adjust.
yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
exactly. So
Okay.
that's why she needs more.
Yes.
And
So she's at home now? What is she doing at home now? Just watching us, or what is she doing?
I told her mom. I text her mom and I told her that we're gonna be on, but I don't know if she remember. I put it on. I put it on Facebook, but she could always click
Yes,
on
go
and see
back.
it
Right.
again.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
I would have liked her to come, but I wanted Melody to be here,
Okay.
and then Melody couldn't make it, so you'd get to see her.
Okay.
You know, her grandma it doesn't mind having her be seen. She don't have because she's not contagious.
Yes.
Right.
So she's have her out there just like every other child.
Yes.
You should see her in Music in Motion. She gonna dance with a group of Music in Motion for the event.
Okay.
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 You know, so we're asking for donation, but we're not just asking for handout. We're providing entertainment, and now we're asking for a little donation.
Okay.
They also get to buy early bird tickets for my event in May. They'll get it cheaper.
Okay.
They'll have door prizes, raffle.
Okay.
They have a bunch of raffle. As a matter of fact, the vendors, all they had to do was donate a $40 gift, and then we're gonna raffle it.
Okay.
Some of the vendors, not all.
Okay.
Because like PAL, they got the band. We let them have a table.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
There's some trade-off there.
you understand?
Yeah.
Yes.
There's some trade-off.
Jazzy Blue is going to be playing as well. I don't know if you know Jazzy Blue. He plays. He's a one-man band. It R&B, jazz, and everything.
Sounds familiar.
So he's gonna play as well.
Okay.
I hope I didn't leave out anybody, you know. So we're gonna have the models, and I also want to thank we had Elijah Keaton. He performed. He's an R&B artist, and he is Tiffany Jones' husband. He performed very well. We had Giselle Grayson.
Okay.
She's an actress, model. We got this, you know. She modeled and she performed for us.
Okay.
And she hardly charged anything because I told her I was a police officer and she have family in the law enforcement, so she did it.
Okay.
And we had, as I told you, Leon Robinson. He's acting Cool Running, and also Jadine, the soca diva from Montserrat. So we had a little mixture, but this time around it's gonna be more of a Caribbean flavor.
Okay.
So I want to thank you for having us. I really appreciate it, and I'm asking the audience to come to our event November 23rd. If you're here on the island, November 23rd at the Sunshine Mall from 12 o'clock. It's a Sunday. Bring your family. We got vendors selling food and local drinks. We have different jewelry. You could shop early for Christmas shopping. We have also Emerge Magazine going to be there. A representative supposed to have different other vendors going to be there selling jewelry and
so we got to be there too, man.
Definitely.
yeah, of course.
Yeah, we'll
you
be
know,
there
you gotta come. You gotta come
Yeah.
because I want you to come then. Because I want you to hear my event in May.
Yes, we'll definitely
I'm
talk
gonna
about.
send it live streaming.
Yes. Okay.
You know, but it's better to come in person and see it.
Yes,
Yes.
definitely.
Yes.
You get to see it up front and close, and
Yes.
it's not like the real thing, really.
Okay.
And that's why I say it's good to, if you're gonna do a casting, me as myself, I should see it myself. And since I can't go to every place, it's too expensive.
Too expensive, yeah.
Where I do this now, I got a team looking at the videos that they will send in and pictures and do a online a phone interview and what have you. And of course, we be in police background check. You know?
Live and direct.
Right?
We ain't having it. We ain't having
Yes,
it. So,
yes.
Just a precaution. You just never know. You know.
yes.
You just never know,
But
man.
really, I love what I'm doing. I know my kids tell me, "Ma, you're harassing yourself too much." I said, if I don't do anything, I have injuries, old injuries from old accident. I can't do much or anything else. I'd probably be out there having another job.
Okay.
But I can't just sit home and do nothing.
Right.
Okay.
I'm gonna go crazy.
Okay.
You know, and I'm gonna drive them nuts.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if I continue this way, I don't annoy them.
Yeah, okay.
I am very proud of my mother. There's times I just sometimes wonder, oh, she's not going to sit down and just crochet.
Yeah.
Or
Right.
play with her grandchildren. She's always been an innovative person, always a
Excuse me, I
pusher.
play with my grandchild.
Yeah, she's yeah. Well, one grandchild, one grandchild, but she's a lady she has a big heart, and she's always willing to help. She's a person that speaks her mind,
Right.
and I think that is what pushes her to get where and reach out to whomever.
Okay.
So she's not afraid.
Okay.
I'm afraid for her a lot of times.
Okay.
But she's
Okay.
not afraid, and you can't be too afraid in life. You live your life as well as you can while you're here,
Yes,
and be
I.
thankful
Yes.
for every breath
But
you
you
take.
take, that's
Yeah.
right.
know, so
Tomorrow,
I'm-
5 seconds is not guaranteed. Now is.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know why I feel like I'm doing something right? Because I pray in the morning or I pray at night. When I get up, something else falls in place so good. Like for instance, the girl from Jamaica in Canada, she hooked me up with a designer from Canada that contacted me. And my dad and I love the design. We've been loving her clothes.
Okay.
She contacted us.
Okay.
You know, and another model recommend me to this other designer. Her husband is from Jamaica, so we still got some island mixture in it.
Make sure,
You
yeah.
understand?
Yes.
Okay.
And every time something falls in place, look at you. You found me,
Yes.
and I'm here live.
Yes,
You know,
I.
and then even though it's live now, it could show over
Over
and
and
over
over
again, and
again.
I could cut and paste, and I could
Yes.
cut and
Yes.
paste.
Yes.
And
Yes.
believe me, I'm going to cut and paste. Yeah, I'm on live streaming in the VI.
Ms. Rains, do you have anything to add to the conversation?
Before we
Yeah, before we, and then we're gonna let Ms. Rivers just kind of put it all together, and then that'll be. But Ms. Rains, do you have anything else you want to add? Say.
Yeah, well, again, I really want to thank you guys for having us on your live streaming show. This is a great opportunity, and like Stacy said, the opportunities are going to continue to come because we're doing good work, and we are helping people. And once you help people and you put that out into the atmosphere, help is going to come back to you.
Yes.
So again, I want to put up that call because it's really, really important for local designers, local makeup artists, local hairdressers, and if you're in any type of beauty or fashion, come and check out Stacy. Get on her Facebook page, FashionLinkV.I, and offer your services. Say, hey, listen, I've got this innovative thing. This is the way I do this, and I would like to be a part of your show and to promote your business. And remember, Unique Cosmetics. Check me out on Facebook again. Melody Rames, Rames. Contact me, and you could look beautiful with your makeup. And know that it's natural and safe, and it has no chemicals, preservatives, and all the other bad things that are bad for you, and will just make you look naturally beautiful. Thank you, Stacy.
Thank you, Melody.
Thank you, Ms. Ray.
And
Thank you very much.
We went to school from 9th grade. She was I was in 10, I think, and she was in the lower grade. So she was like our little friend, the little one walking around everywhere we go. There's little Melody trotting around with us everywhere.
Freshman.
Yeah, she was there. And when I came back from the States, because I was living abroad, and I saw a picture of Melody at the airport, a big picture on the wall with Melody. I said, no, that's not my Melody on the wall, because she was so shy. Melody is a model. My gosh, has she been on, what you been on, Melody? What magazine?
Back in the day, I did a lot of stuff with tourism. So the posters that I did with tourism ended up really all over the world. I did one of the posters came in Black Enterprise magazine. I did a commercial for Revlon. I was the very first model of the year on St. Croix. Jason Gardner, big up to you.
Yeah.
You did revive it this last year, but I was the very first model of the year. And as I grew a little bit older, I turned that thing into, because I've been given a gift by God, which is to be able to write and express myself through the written word. So for about 8 years, I had my own byline in the Avis, which was Fashion Forward, where I talked about a lot of things about fashion, about makeup, about jewelry, hair, clothes, and things like that, and gave the stores on the island an opportunity to, showcase their things in there. After that, I worked for the VI Source for 7 years. Through that, I really started to get into public relations, definitely through the legislature. I did a lot of public relations through the legislature, and then I really believe in helping out the community. So I've been with the Cruising Christmas Carnival for probably about 10 years, doing public relations with them, and I'm also the president of FEDA, which is the Frederiksted Economic Development Association, where I'm also doing a lot of PR for them in my capacity for that. And I try to help out people in the community. I try to tell them the best ways to market their products or to market their whatever it is that they're doing. And I'm so happy to be helping Stacy. And hopefully I can take this Fashion VI to even a bigger level than it is now by exposing it to more people worldwide.
Thank you, Melody.
Okay, thank you very much.
Well,
So-
wrapping up.
Yeah, so you guys just want to put it all together, just start, when and why and where, and just put it all together?
Well, like I said, the event November is to raise money for Sanaya and Fashion Link, and some of that proceeds definitely going to go to Sanaya. Her mom, her grandmother going to be there for everything. She's there helping me all now. And then, of course, we have the event in May, May 21st to May 24th in St. Croix and St. Thomas. And we're asking anyone that wants to sponsor to email me at kisurafashion@gmail.com. That's KISURAS fashion@gmail.com, or call me at 340-643-1583. Or you could call my dad. You want your number out there? I don't think she wants her number out there. Probably some secret admirer will call her, but if they...
What's your number again, Miss Rivers? Repeat your number again, Miss Rivers.
340-643-1583. I ain't scared. I'm 60.
You too much. You too much.
So I want to revive Kisura's fashion.
Right.
And we're doing that, getting the designers in, get the hairstylists, because now you're gonna have the hairstylists got to do the models hair to be on my website. And I plan to have a show. I had a home shopping network program named Kisura Fashion Shopping Network, where people could just call and shop by looking at my product and call online. And but we're hoping that we could do some business with a particular person and get it back going. Hint.
Wink, wink.
And so we could anybody from all over could reach Kisura Fashion. And all of this came about because I said, who's gonna find this little piece in all the world of fashion and a website and the internet? So this is where I did this event to reach out, so to bring awareness to Kisura Fashion. But then I got so caught up in the event, Kisura Fashion got neglected. So I'm trying to bring it back.
Bring it back a little bit.
Yes. So.
All right, our guest tonight.
To my daughter.
Yeah, you have anything to say? To add to it?
I want to thank you for having us here. And again, I just want everyone to come out, support the show. When you come out, you're supporting your own. Help Sinai, help Fashion V.I link. And I just come out, enjoy yourself, and see what this is all about, and see how you could help out.
Okay.
Ms. Rames?
Any final statements, Ms. Rames?
I really enjoyed the show. I'm watching it again on my iPad, and I hope millions of people out there are watching. And just hook us up, link us up, FashionLinkV.I.
We sure will.
We sure will. We sure will.
You think I have a great PR?
Yeah.
She's so good. I mean, she just got it flowing. And let me tell you, we work good together because she knows me. She knows what make me tick. She knows what I don't like. I know what she don't like. So we avoid that area and we move on. So we're going to work cohesively together with respect for each other.
Okay. That's important. That's important, man. So our guests tonight, Miss Rivers and Miss Hector, they're representing FashionLinkV.I
and Kisura's Fashion.
Big event on November 23rd. Please come out. It's at Sunshine Mall.
12 to 6.
12 to 6.
Sunday afternoon.
It's a family day.
It's a family day. When you finish with church, just go straight there. Don't go home. Go straight there and enjoy yourself for the afternoon. It'll be vendors, food, drinks, great fashion show, and probably many other music as well, live entertainment. And many other little things going to be going on as well. So come out on the 23rd and check this event out. It's surely going to be worth it. I want to say thank you to you guys for coming out. And I guess as we move into next year, we'd like to have you guys come back again and talk about the event in May as well. And then we'll just leave it at that.
Thank you again.
Okay. Any final words, Soup?
Rastafari lives, one perfect love.
Yes, and we define one perfect love as our prayers and His blessings equals one perfect love. That's it for us tonight. We'll be back tomorrow night. We do have another guest. Until then, we're out. Peace.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you, ladies.